The world, 4 billion years of existence, and human beings have only been here for a mere fraction of that. Since the dawn of time, human beings have organized themselves into tribes and societies, congregations of people who've come together to make the struggles of existence more bearable. As our societies became more advanced, the way we paid for goods and services changed as well. First, we bartered for goods, before money like gold and silver became currency. Fast forward thousands of years, and we've seen the rise of capitalism, communism, and other ideas that philosophers and dreamers alike have thought up to enhance our world. But which of these systems is best? Which one works for us? Which one gives us the best standard of living? Communism has all but been phased out, with capitalism becoming the dominant system in the world. And yet, in our current system, crashes happen every so often, and inflation seems to be running out of control to the point where the price of living in places like New Zealand is becoming untenable. So the question is, have we really reached the pinnacle of economic evolution? Hamish Nikora doesn't believe so, which is why in 2016 he created the credit system, a revolutionary new economic model based on a digital currency named credits. A system he believes will help to create self-sustainable sovereign nations, the world of the future. The credit system, not to be confused with China's social credit system, is a revolutionary new economic model, combining a market economy with a semi-planned economic model. It is modeled around the vision of citizens of that country, creating what Nikora believes to be the first democratic semi-planned economy in the world. Credits are totally digital and created when we perform work, meaning your labor is the very thing the credit's value is backed by. They are earned through a variety of 4 possible ways: entrepreneurship, your day job, freelance work, and universal basic income, and are divided up into 2 different types: base credits and bonus credits. Base credits being related to the area of work you work in, for example, trades or education. Your expertise in a certain field of work, for example, how qualified or how experienced you are, and your hours of work. Bonus credits are earned through your societal benefit factor, determined after the benefit to society votes have taken place, and also hours of work. But who pays the credits, you may ask? Let's explain. Credits are an unlimited form of digital currency paid to workers by a department independent of the government called the Credit Department. They are separate from government to avoid corruption and keep the power evenly balanced between the government and the people. Credits can be paid out weekly, monthly, or even daily, and it won't be the employer you work for paying you credits, but the credit department itself. This is one thing that makes the credit system so dynamic. Now let's look at one of the most revolutionary ideas of Nikora's, that being the non-circulatory nature of credits. Usually when you buy something from a store, your money would be transferred to the store owner. It circulates. But in the credit system, your credits are simply deleted from your account on purchase. Circulation is ended. So how does the store owner get paid, you might ask? Well, anyone performing a service in the credit system is paid by the credit department automatically. They don't need your money anymore. The worker you buy your goods off is already being paid for providing a service. What does that mean? It means services are entirely free in the credit system. For example, if a plumber comes around to your house to fix the pipes, you don't need to pay him anything unless he needs to sell you some goods. He does his job, you're left happy, and he'll leave with money in his bank account paid to him from the credit department. Goods are paid for, services are not. Another revolutionary idea in the credit system is the idea that tax is no longer needed. Because the credit department can create credits at will, and will do so when someone completes a job, there is no need for the government to collect tax. Normally, tax would be used by the government to pay people to perform jobs and tasks necessary to keep the country running smoothly. For example, the government would use tax money to have new roads built. But in the credit system, people simply apply for the job advertised. In this case, it's to build a new road, and the credit department would pay them upon completion of their job. This wipes out the need for tax altogether. The next revolutionary idea is the destruction of giant corporations. We all know that large corporations are hell-bent on profit and will pillage the land in order to get it. But in the credit system, giant corporations will leave. Why? Firstly, they won't want to earn a currency that can't be spent anywhere else in the world. And secondly, there are limits on how much someone can earn in the credit system. In fact, businesses can't earn anything, only a person can. Businesses won't be set up with shareholders or on the stock market anymore. Instead, a business is just another form or way of people earning money. Without profit for their shareholders under the new system, corporations will naturally go elsewhere, leaving new local entrepreneurs to take over. In the early stages of the credit system's implementation, with old money still around, credits would start by being paid to workers who already have day jobs, meaning they get paid old money from who they work for, and then credits by the newly set up credit department. This is another way of undermining foreign corporates and helping to bring the credit system into being. You may wonder why foreign corporates should be leaving, or why Hamish Nikora doesn't want them around. It's not that he hates corporations, but he sees them as obsolete, believing instead that local businesses can rise to the occasion and fill the void of corporations who've left. Believe us when we say that the introduction of the credit system will be one of the most tumultuous times in Earth's history. Corporations will fight for their lives, knowing that if they go down in one country, that it's likely to happen in other countries as well. Banks, who will also become obsolete, will pull all sorts of tricks as they struggle for survival. And on their side, other countries' leaders will sanction the brave nation breaking away from the current system, making it hard for that country to function. This is why, in the beginning, even before the credit system comes to be, the country looking to adopt it should bring in plans of self-sustainability with the foresight of what's to come. This is the impact the credit system would have. No tax, no banks, no corporations, and services are free. The government doesn't need to budget anything because they won't have money to budget with anyway. Governments will therefore lose power and be reduced to looking after infrastructure like they should have always done. The next and possibly most revolutionary idea of Nikora's is a principle that upholds and permeates the entire credit system. That is, the benefit to society principle. Benefit to society is a new way of democratically electing a vision for the country to move towards. Instead of haphazardly going about our lives in a giant competition for profits, the credit system uses the benefit to society principle to form a cohesive vision that each person in the country contributes toward achieving. Each election, there will be a vote, not just for the prime minister or president, but also for the benefit to society. In other words, a vote for what each citizen finds the most important things the country needs to fit their vision of a great society. Using artificial intelligence to calculate and collect the data, the credit system will shape itself around the collective vision of the people of that nation and will partially influence the amount of credits each area of work will receive. After one election, the retail area of work credits pay may go up a lot, say for example, if there is a lack of retail businesses. And another election, it may go down. It is important to note that benefit to society will have two types: both subjective, or the vision of the people, and objective, or the set-in-stone foundational principles laid down in the Constitution of the nation. It is for this reason, areas of work such as health, trades, education, and farming will always have a decent credit wage, although all areas of work will be subject to change due to the planned nature of the economy. The entire credit system shapes around the benefit to society principle, leading the people toward a vision they help to create. Show us another planned economic model that allows its citizens to democratically influence the socio-economic landscape. You may struggle to do so. This, in short, is the way the credit system operates. It is, however, only a short overview of it. In this video, we've learned how people will earn money, how tax is obsolete, how corporations will leave, and how the entire system is shaped around the benefit to society principle, and how governments will be less corrupt and have their influence lessened. It was a short but stark introduction to Hamish Nikora's new system. For a comprehensive guide to the entire credit system, including things like why inflation is not a problem in the credit system, as well as how your country's debt can be paid off by initially using the credit system as a parallel economy, click the link below to Hamish Nikora's book, Philosophilutionist Through Action Change. Thanks for watching!